Let's practice listening in English. Listen twice without text, then listen and read along. Finish with pronunciation support. I wake up a few minutes before my alarm rings. I wake up a few minutes before my alarm rings.
I wake up a few minutes before my alarm rings.
I wake up a few minutes before my alarm rings. I open the curtains as soon as I get out of bed. I open the curtains as soon as I get out of bed.
I open the curtains as soon as I get out of bed.
I open the curtains as soon as I get out of bed. I drink a glass of water before I make coffee. I drink a glass of water before I make coffee.
I drink a glass of water before I make coffee.
I drink a glass of water before I make coffee. I check the weather while I wait for breakfast. I check the weather while I wait for breakfast.
I check the weather while I wait for breakfast.
I check the weather while I wait for breakfast. I pack my lunch before I leave the kitchen. I pack my lunch before I leave the kitchen.
I pack my lunch before I leave the kitchen.
I pack my lunch before I leave the kitchen. I usually take a quick shower in the morning. I usually take a quick shower in the morning.
I usually take a quick shower in the morning.
I usually take a quick shower in the morning. I choose my clothes the night before a busy day. I choose my clothes the night before a busy day.
I choose my clothes the night before a busy day.
I choose my clothes the night before a busy day. I feed the cat before I sit down to eat. I feed the cat before I sit down to eat.
I feed the cat before I sit down to eat.
I feed the cat before I sit down to eat. I put my keys in the same place every evening. I put my keys in the same place every evening.
I put my keys in the same place every evening.
I put my keys in the same place every evening. I leave home early when traffic looks heavy. I leave home early when traffic looks heavy.
I leave home early when traffic looks heavy.
I leave home early when traffic looks heavy. I listen to the news on my way to work. I listen to the news on my way to work.
I listen to the news on my way to work.
I listen to the news on my way to work. I answer urgent messages before my first meeting. I answer urgent messages before my first meeting.
I answer urgent messages before my first meeting.
I answer urgent messages before my first meeting. I take a short break after 90 minutes of work. I take a short break after 90 minutes of work.
I take a short break after 90 minutes of work.
I take a short break after 90 minutes of work. I refill my water bottle during the afternoon. I refill my water bottle during the afternoon.
I refill my water bottle during the afternoon.
I refill my water bottle during the afternoon. I write tomorrow's priorities before I close my laptop. I write tomorrow's priorities before I close my laptop.
I write tomorrow's priorities before I close my laptop.
I write tomorrow's priorities before I close my laptop. I stop at the grocery store on my way home. I stop at the grocery store on my way home.
I stop at the grocery store on my way home.
I stop at the grocery store on my way home. I change into comfortable clothes after I arrive. I change into comfortable clothes after I arrive.
I change into comfortable clothes after I arrive.
I change into comfortable clothes after I arrive. I call my parents while I prepare dinner. I call my parents while I prepare dinner.
I call my parents while I prepare dinner.
I call my parents while I prepare dinner. I wash the dishes as soon as we finish eating. I wash the dishes as soon as we finish eating.
I wash the dishes as soon as we finish eating.
I wash the dishes as soon as we finish eating. I set the coffee maker for the next morning. I set the coffee maker for the next morning.
I set the coffee maker for the next morning.
I set the coffee maker for the next morning. I read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep. I read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
I read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
I read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep. I charge my phone on the desk, not beside the bed. I charge my phone on the desk, not beside the bed.
I charge my phone on the desk, not beside the bed.
I charge my phone on the desk, not beside the bed. I turn off the lights before I close the door. I turn off the lights before I close the door.
I turn off the lights before I close the door.
I turn off the lights before I close the door. I try to go to bed at the same time every night. I try to go to bed at the same time every night.
I try to go to bed at the same time every night.
I try to go to bed at the same time every night. The kitchen sink is leaking under the cabinet. The kitchen sink is leaking under the cabinet.
The kitchen sink is leaking under the cabinet.
The kitchen sink is leaking under the cabinet. I need to replace the light bulb in the hallway. I need to replace the light bulb in the hallway.
I need to replace the light bulb in the hallway.
I need to replace the light bulb in the hallway. Please leave the package next to the front door. Please leave the package next to the front door.
Please leave the package next to the front door.
Please leave the package next to the front door. The washing machine stops before the final cycle. The washing machine stops before the final cycle.
The washing machine stops before the final cycle.
The washing machine stops before the final cycle. I separate the dark clothes from the white ones. I separate the dark clothes from the white ones.
I separate the dark clothes from the white ones.
I separate the dark clothes from the white ones. We keep extra towels in the top drawer. We keep extra towels in the top drawer.
We keep extra towels in the top drawer.
We keep extra towels in the top drawer. I forgot to take the recycling bin outside. I forgot to take the recycling bin outside.
I forgot to take the recycling bin outside.
I forgot to take the recycling bin outside. The living room feels brighter after we move the lamp. The living room feels brighter after we move the lamp.
The living room feels brighter after we move the lamp.
The living room feels brighter after we move the lamp. I make a shopping list before I visit the market. I make a shopping list before I visit the market.
I make a shopping list before I visit the market.
I make a shopping list before I visit the market. This brand is cheaper, but the other one lasts longer. This brand is cheaper, but the other one lasts longer.
This brand is cheaper, but the other one lasts longer.
This brand is cheaper, but the other one lasts longer. Could you tell me where the batteries are? Could you tell me where the batteries are?
Could you tell me where the batteries are?
Could you tell me where the batteries are? I need a receipt in case I return this shirt. I need a receipt in case I return this shirt.
I need a receipt in case I return this shirt.
I need a receipt in case I return this shirt. The cashier gave me the wrong amount of change. The cashier gave me the wrong amount of change.
The cashier gave me the wrong amount of change.
The cashier gave me the wrong amount of change. We are out of rice, milk, and cooking oil. We are out of rice, milk, and cooking oil.
We are out of rice, milk, and cooking oil.
We are out of rice, milk, and cooking oil. The pharmacy closes earlier on Saturday afternoon. The pharmacy closes earlier on Saturday afternoon.
The pharmacy closes earlier on Saturday afternoon.
The pharmacy closes earlier on Saturday afternoon. I pick up my dry cleaning after work. I pick up my dry cleaning after work.
I pick up my dry cleaning after work.
I pick up my dry cleaning after work. The bus card can be recharged at that machine. The bus card can be recharged at that machine.
The bus card can be recharged at that machine.
The bus card can be recharged at that machine. I have to renew my library book by Friday. I have to renew my library book by Friday.
I have to renew my library book by Friday.
I have to renew my library book by Friday. The plumber will arrive between 2 and 4. The plumber will arrive between 2 and 4.
The plumber will arrive between 2 and 4.
The plumber will arrive between 2 and 4. We share the housework instead of doing it alone. We share the housework instead of doing it alone.
We share the housework instead of doing it alone.
We share the housework instead of doing it alone. I wipe the table while the floor is drying. I wipe the table while the floor is drying.
I wipe the table while the floor is drying.
I wipe the table while the floor is drying. The internet works better near the living room window. The internet works better near the living room window.
The internet works better near the living room window.
The internet works better near the living room window. Please lower the volume because the baby is sleeping. Please lower the volume because the baby is sleeping.
Please lower the volume because the baby is sleeping.
Please lower the volume because the baby is sleeping. I lock the balcony door before we leave. I lock the balcony door before we leave.
I lock the balcony door before we leave.
I lock the balcony door before we leave. Could we move the meeting to Thursday morning? Could we move the meeting to Thursday morning?
Could we move the meeting to Thursday morning?
Could we move the meeting to Thursday morning? I will send the revised document after lunch. I will send the revised document after lunch.
I will send the revised document after lunch.
I will send the revised document after lunch. Please add your comments before the end of the day. Please add your comments before the end of the day.
Please add your comments before the end of the day.
Please add your comments before the end of the day. The client asked for a simpler version of the proposal. The client asked for a simpler version of the proposal.
The client asked for a simpler version of the proposal.
The client asked for a simpler version of the proposal. I need 10 minutes to check these numbers. I need 10 minutes to check these numbers.
I need 10 minutes to check these numbers.
I need 10 minutes to check these numbers. Our deadline changed because the supplier was late. Our deadline changed because the supplier was late.
Our deadline changed because the supplier was late.
Our deadline changed because the supplier was late. Let's divide the task into 3 smaller steps. Let's divide the task into 3 smaller steps.
Let's divide the task into 3 smaller steps.
Let's divide the task into 3 smaller steps. I can finish the report if you review the charts. I can finish the report if you review the charts.
I can finish the report if you review the charts.
I can finish the report if you review the charts. The conference room is available after 11. The conference room is available after 11.
The conference room is available after 11.
The conference room is available after 11. Please copy Maria on the final email. Please copy Maria on the final email.
Please copy Maria on the final email.
Please copy Maria on the final email. I wrote down the main decisions from the meeting. I wrote down the main decisions from the meeting.
I wrote down the main decisions from the meeting.
I wrote down the main decisions from the meeting. We should confirm the price before we place the order. We should confirm the price before we place the order.
We should confirm the price before we place the order.
We should confirm the price before we place the order. My computer restarted while I was updating the file. My computer restarted while I was updating the file.
My computer restarted while I was updating the file.
My computer restarted while I was updating the file. I saved a backup in the shared folder. I saved a backup in the shared folder.
I saved a backup in the shared folder.
I saved a backup in the shared folder. Could you explain that last point one more time? Could you explain that last point one more time?
Could you explain that last point one more time?
Could you explain that last point one more time? I agree with the goal, but the schedule seems tight. I agree with the goal, but the schedule seems tight.
I agree with the goal, but the schedule seems tight.
I agree with the goal, but the schedule seems tight. We need a clear owner for each action item. We need a clear owner for each action item.
We need a clear owner for each action item.
We need a clear owner for each action item. The new process should reduce repeated work. The new process should reduce repeated work.
The new process should reduce repeated work.
The new process should reduce repeated work. I will call the customer before I change the booking. I will call the customer before I change the booking.
I will call the customer before I change the booking.
I will call the customer before I change the booking. Please let me know if anything is missing. Please let me know if anything is missing.
Please let me know if anything is missing.
Please let me know if anything is missing. I am working from home because the office is closed. I am working from home because the office is closed.
I am working from home because the office is closed.
I am working from home because the office is closed. The training session starts at 9:30. The training session starts at 9:30.
The training session starts at 9:30.
The training session starts at 9:30. We finished early, so I can help with your task. We finished early, so I can help with your task.
We finished early, so I can help with your task.
We finished early, so I can help with your task. Thanks for noticing the mistake before we sent it. Thanks for noticing the mistake before we sent it.
Thanks for noticing the mistake before we sent it.
Thanks for noticing the mistake before we sent it. I booked a seat near the front of the train. I booked a seat near the front of the train.
I booked a seat near the front of the train.
I booked a seat near the front of the train. The departure gate changed at the last minute. The departure gate changed at the last minute.
The departure gate changed at the last minute.
The departure gate changed at the last minute. Please show your passport before you enter the line. Please show your passport before you enter the line.
Please show your passport before you enter the line.
Please show your passport before you enter the line. My suitcase is too large for the overhead compartment. My suitcase is too large for the overhead compartment.
My suitcase is too large for the overhead compartment.
My suitcase is too large for the overhead compartment. The next bus arrives in about 12 minutes. The next bus arrives in about 12 minutes.
The next bus arrives in about 12 minutes.
The next bus arrives in about 12 minutes. We need to change trains at the central station. We need to change trains at the central station.
We need to change trains at the central station.
We need to change trains at the central station. Is this the right platform for the Airport Express? Is this the right platform for the Airport Express?
Is this the right platform for the Airport Express?
Is this the right platform for the Airport Express? The hotel can store our bags until check-in. The hotel can store our bags until check-in.
The hotel can store our bags until check-in.
The hotel can store our bags until check-in. I would like a quiet room away from the elevator. I would like a quiet room away from the elevator.
I would like a quiet room away from the elevator.
I would like a quiet room away from the elevator. The air conditioner is not working in my room. The air conditioner is not working in my room.
The air conditioner is not working in my room.
The air conditioner is not working in my room. Could you recommend a restaurant within walking distance? Could you recommend a restaurant within walking distance?
Could you recommend a restaurant within walking distance?
Could you recommend a restaurant within walking distance? We took the wrong street after leaving the museum. We took the wrong street after leaving the museum.
We took the wrong street after leaving the museum.
We took the wrong street after leaving the museum. Turn right at the bank and continue for 2 blocks. Turn right at the bank and continue for 2 blocks.
Turn right at the bank and continue for 2 blocks.
Turn right at the bank and continue for 2 blocks. The ticket includes 1 checked bag and 1 small carry-on. The ticket includes 1 checked bag and 1 small carry-on.
The ticket includes 1 checked bag and 1 small carry-on.
The ticket includes 1 checked bag and 1 small carry-on. Our flight was delayed because of bad weather. Our flight was delayed because of bad weather.
Our flight was delayed because of bad weather.
Our flight was delayed because of bad weather. I keep a copy of my reservation on my phone. I keep a copy of my reservation on my phone.
I keep a copy of my reservation on my phone.
I keep a copy of my reservation on my phone. The rental car has a small scratch on the door. The rental car has a small scratch on the door.
The rental car has a small scratch on the door.
The rental car has a small scratch on the door. We should fill the tank before returning the car. We should fill the tank before returning the car.
We should fill the tank before returning the car.
We should fill the tank before returning the car. The tour begins in front of the main entrance. The tour begins in front of the main entrance.
The tour begins in front of the main entrance.
The tour begins in front of the main entrance. I need local currency for the street market. I need local currency for the street market.
I need local currency for the street market.
I need local currency for the street market. This neighborhood is busy during the day but quiet at night. This neighborhood is busy during the day but quiet at night.
This neighborhood is busy during the day but quiet at night.
This neighborhood is busy during the day but quiet at night. The path becomes steep after the second bridge. The path becomes steep after the second bridge.
The path becomes steep after the second bridge.
The path becomes steep after the second bridge. We stopped to ask a local person for directions. We stopped to ask a local person for directions.
We stopped to ask a local person for directions.
We stopped to ask a local person for directions. I always check the return time before I leave. I always check the return time before I leave.
I always check the return time before I leave.
I always check the return time before I leave. I have had a sore throat since yesterday morning. I have had a sore throat since yesterday morning.
I have had a sore throat since yesterday morning.
I have had a sore throat since yesterday morning. The pain gets worse when I climb the stairs. The pain gets worse when I climb the stairs.
The pain gets worse when I climb the stairs.
The pain gets worse when I climb the stairs. I need to reschedule my appointment for next week. I need to reschedule my appointment for next week.
I need to reschedule my appointment for next week.
I need to reschedule my appointment for next week. Please take this medicine with food twice a day. Please take this medicine with food twice a day.
Please take this medicine with food twice a day.
Please take this medicine with food twice a day. The doctor asked me to rest and drink more water. The doctor asked me to rest and drink more water.
The doctor asked me to rest and drink more water.
The doctor asked me to rest and drink more water. I feel dizzy if I stand up too quickly. I feel dizzy if I stand up too quickly.
I feel dizzy if I stand up too quickly.
I feel dizzy if I stand up too quickly. My back feels better after a gentle stretch. My back feels better after a gentle stretch.
My back feels better after a gentle stretch.
My back feels better after a gentle stretch. I started walking every evening to improve my energy. I started walking every evening to improve my energy.
I started walking every evening to improve my energy.
I started walking every evening to improve my energy. I forgot to bring my insurance card to the clinic. I forgot to bring my insurance card to the clinic.
I forgot to bring my insurance card to the clinic.
I forgot to bring my insurance card to the clinic. The nurse will call your name in a few minutes. The nurse will call your name in a few minutes.
The nurse will call your name in a few minutes.
The nurse will call your name in a few minutes. Could you tell me where the nearest pharmacy is? Could you tell me where the nearest pharmacy is?
Could you tell me where the nearest pharmacy is?
Could you tell me where the nearest pharmacy is? This cream should be applied to clean, dry skin. This cream should be applied to clean, dry skin.
This cream should be applied to clean, dry skin.
This cream should be applied to clean, dry skin. I am allergic to peanuts and some types of seafood. I am allergic to peanuts and some types of seafood.
I am allergic to peanuts and some types of seafood.
I am allergic to peanuts and some types of seafood. The test results will be ready on Monday. The test results will be ready on Monday.
The test results will be ready on Monday.
The test results will be ready on Monday. I slept poorly, so I am having trouble concentrating. I slept poorly, so I am having trouble concentrating.
I slept poorly, so I am having trouble concentrating.
I slept poorly, so I am having trouble concentrating. I take a screen break every hour at work. I take a screen break every hour at work.
I take a screen break every hour at work.
I take a screen break every hour at work. A short walk helps me relax after a stressful day. A short walk helps me relax after a stressful day.
A short walk helps me relax after a stressful day.
A short walk helps me relax after a stressful day. I packed a healthy snack instead of buying candy. I packed a healthy snack instead of buying candy.
I packed a healthy snack instead of buying candy.
I packed a healthy snack instead of buying candy. My dentist recommended a softer toothbrush. My dentist recommended a softer toothbrush.
My dentist recommended a softer toothbrush.
My dentist recommended a softer toothbrush. I need new glasses because distant signs look blurry. I need new glasses because distant signs look blurry.
I need new glasses because distant signs look blurry.
I need new glasses because distant signs look blurry. The gym is less crowded early in the morning. The gym is less crowded early in the morning.
The gym is less crowded early in the morning.
The gym is less crowded early in the morning. I warm up before I begin any intense exercise. I warm up before I begin any intense exercise.
I warm up before I begin any intense exercise.
I warm up before I begin any intense exercise. Please call emergency services if the symptoms become severe. Please call emergency services if the symptoms become severe.
Please call emergency services if the symptoms become severe.
Please call emergency services if the symptoms become severe. I feel much better than I did last week. I feel much better than I did last week.
I feel much better than I did last week.
I feel much better than I did last week. Would you like to join us for dinner on Friday? Would you like to join us for dinner on Friday?
Would you like to join us for dinner on Friday?
Would you like to join us for dinner on Friday? I may arrive late because my class ends at 7. I may arrive late because my class ends at 7.
I may arrive late because my class ends at 7.
I may arrive late because my class ends at 7. Please send me the address when you have a moment. Please send me the address when you have a moment.
Please send me the address when you have a moment.
Please send me the address when you have a moment. I did not understand the joke, but everyone else laughed. I did not understand the joke, but everyone else laughed.
I did not understand the joke, but everyone else laughed.
I did not understand the joke, but everyone else laughed. We have not seen each other since last summer. We have not seen each other since last summer.
We have not seen each other since last summer.
We have not seen each other since last summer. I brought a small gift to thank our hosts. I brought a small gift to thank our hosts.
I brought a small gift to thank our hosts.
I brought a small gift to thank our hosts. Could we choose a quieter place to talk? Could we choose a quieter place to talk?
Could we choose a quieter place to talk?
Could we choose a quieter place to talk? I am sorry I interrupted you during the conversation. I am sorry I interrupted you during the conversation.
I am sorry I interrupted you during the conversation.
I am sorry I interrupted you during the conversation. Let me finish this thought, and then I will listen. Let me finish this thought, and then I will listen.
Let me finish this thought and then I will listen.
Let me finish this thought, and then I will listen. I think we are using the same word in different ways. I think we are using the same word in different ways.
I think we are using the same word in different ways.
I think we are using the same word in different ways. We can disagree without making the discussion personal. We can disagree without making the discussion personal.
We can disagree without making the discussion personal.
We can disagree without making the discussion personal. I should have called before I changed our plans. I should have called before I changed our plans.
I should have called before I changed our plans.
I should have called before I changed our plans. The message sounded rude, but that was not my intention. The message sounded rude, but that was not my intention.
The message sounded rude, but that was not my intention.
The message sounded rude, but that was not my intention. Could you show me what went wrong on the screen? Could you show me what went wrong on the screen?
Could you show me what went wrong on the screen?
Could you show me what went wrong on the screen? I tried the same password twice, and it still failed. I tried the same password twice, and it still failed.
I tried the same password twice and it still failed.
I tried the same password twice, and it still failed. The instructions are clear until the final step. The instructions are clear until the final step.
The instructions are clear until the final step.
The instructions are clear until the final step. We solved the problem by restarting the router. We solved the problem by restarting the router.
We solved the problem by restarting the router.
We solved the problem by restarting the router. I left my wallet at home, so can I pay you tomorrow? I left my wallet at home, so can I pay you tomorrow?
I left my wallet at home, so can I pay you tomorrow?
I left my wallet at home, so can I pay you tomorrow? The reservation is under my name, but the table is not ready. The reservation is under my name, but the table is not ready.
The reservation is under my name, but the table is not ready.
The reservation is under my name, but the table is not ready. We ordered the same dish, but mine arrived cold. We ordered the same dish, but mine arrived cold.
We ordered the same dish, but mine arrived cold.
We ordered the same dish, but mine arrived cold. I cannot attend the event, although I appreciate the invitation. I cannot attend the event, although I appreciate the invitation.
I cannot attend the event, although I appreciate the invitation.
I cannot attend the event, although I appreciate the invitation. Thank you for being patient while I explain the situation. Thank you for being patient while I explain the situation.
Thank you for being patient while I explain the situation.
Thank you for being patient while I explain the situation. Let us check the facts before we decide who was responsible. Let us check the facts before we decide who was responsible.
Let us check the facts before we decide who was responsible.
Let us check the facts before we decide who was responsible. Everything worked out after we spoke honestly. Everything worked out after we spoke honestly.
Everything worked out after we spoke honestly.
Everything worked out after we spoke honestly. I need to make an appointment for this week. I need to make an appointment for this week.
I need to make an appointment for this week.
I need to make an appointment for this week. I have had a sore throat since yesterday. I have had a sore throat since yesterday.
I have had a sore throat since yesterday.
I have had a sore throat since yesterday. The pain gets worse when I take a deep breath. The pain gets worse when I take a deep breath.
The pain gets worse when I take a deep breath.
The pain gets worse when I take a deep breath. Am I allergic to any ingredient in this medicine? Am I allergic to any ingredient in this medicine?
Am I allergic to any ingredient in this medicine?
Am I allergic to any ingredient in this medicine? Take one tablet with food twice a day. Take one tablet with food twice a day.
Take one tablet with food twice a day.
Take one tablet with food twice a day. Should I avoid driving after taking it? Should I avoid driving after taking it?
Should I avoid driving after taking it?
Should I avoid driving after taking it? Call back if the fever does not go down. Call back if the fever does not go down.
Call back if the fever does not go down.
Call back if the fever does not go down. I feel much better, but I still need to rest. I feel much better, but I still need to rest.
I feel much better, but I still need to rest.
I feel much better, but I still need to rest. I would like to confirm my appointment time. I would like to confirm my appointment time.
I would like to confirm my appointment time.
I would like to confirm my appointment time. Is there an appointment available this morning? Is there an appointment available this morning?
Is there an appointment available this morning?
Is there an appointment available this morning? I arrived 10 minutes early for my appointment. I arrived 10 minutes early for my appointment.
I arrived 10 minutes early for my appointment.
I arrived 10 minutes early for my appointment. What symptoms are you having? What symptoms are you having?
What symptoms are you having?
What symptoms are you having? I have had a dry cough for 3 days. I have had a dry cough for 3 days.
I have had a dry cough for 3 days.
I have had a dry cough for 3 days. I feel dizzy when I stand up too quickly. I feel dizzy when I stand up too quickly.
I feel dizzy when I stand up too quickly.
I feel dizzy when I stand up too quickly. My ankle is swollen after the fall. My ankle is swollen after the fall.
My ankle is swollen after the fall.
My ankle is swollen after the fall. I have a rash on my arms. I have a rash on my arms.
I have a rash on my arms.
I have a rash on my arms. I have trouble sleeping because of the back pain. I have trouble sleeping because of the back pain.
I have trouble sleeping because of the back pain.
I have trouble sleeping because of the back pain. Bright light makes my headache worse. Bright light makes my headache worse.
Bright light makes my headache worse.
Bright light makes my headache worse. I cannot put weight on my left foot. I cannot put weight on my left foot.
I cannot put weight on my left foot.
I cannot put weight on my left foot. When did the symptoms start? When did the symptoms start?
When did the symptoms start?
When did the symptoms start? The fever started on Monday night. The fever started on Monday night.
The fever started on Monday night.
The fever started on Monday night. Have you had this problem before? Have you had this problem before?
Have you had this problem before?
Have you had this problem before? I have never had surgery. I have never had surgery.
I have never had surgery.
I have never had surgery. I take blood pressure medicine every morning. I take blood pressure medicine every morning.
I take blood pressure medicine every morning.
I take blood pressure medicine every morning. My father has type 2 diabetes. My father has type 2 diabetes.
My father has type 2 diabetes.
My father has type 2 diabetes. I quit smoking 2 years ago. I quit smoking 2 years ago.
I quit smoking 2 years ago.
I quit smoking 2 years ago. I am pregnant and I am in my second trimester. I am pregnant and I am in my second trimester.
I am pregnant, and I am in my second trimester.
I am pregnant and I am in my second trimester. I need my blood pressure checked. I need my blood pressure checked.
I need my blood pressure checked.
I need my blood pressure checked. The doctor will listen to your lungs. The doctor will listen to your lungs.
The doctor will listen to your lungs.
The doctor will listen to your lungs. Take a deep breath and hold it for 3 seconds. Take a deep breath and hold it for 3 seconds.
Take a deep breath and hold it for 3 seconds.
Take a deep breath and hold it for 3 seconds. This test requires a small blood sample. This test requires a small blood sample.
This test requires a small blood sample.
This test requires a small blood sample. The instruction sheet says to fast for 8 hours before the test. The instruction sheet says to fast for 8 hours before the test.
The instruction sheet says to fast for 8 hours before the test.
The instruction sheet says to fast for 8 hours before the test. The results will be ready in 2 business days. The results will be ready in 2 business days.
The results will be ready in 2 business days.
The results will be ready in 2 business days. Can you explain what the results mean? Can you explain what the results mean?
Can you explain what the results mean?
Can you explain what the results mean? There are no signs of an infection. There are no signs of an infection.
There are no signs of an infection.
There are no signs of an infection. Take this prescription to the pharmacy. Take this prescription to the pharmacy.
Take this prescription to the pharmacy.
Take this prescription to the pharmacy. Do you have this medicine in a generic version? Do you have this medicine in a generic version?
Do you have this medicine in a generic version?
Do you have this medicine in a generic version? How many doses are left in the bottle? How many doses are left in the bottle?
How many doses are left in the bottle?
How many doses are left in the bottle? Shake the bottle well before each dose. Shake the bottle well before each dose.
Shake the bottle well before each dose.
Shake the bottle well before each dose. Store this medicine at room temperature. Store this medicine at room temperature.
Store this medicine at room temperature.
Store this medicine at room temperature. The label says not to mix this medicine with alcohol. The label says not to mix this medicine with alcohol.
The label says not to mix this medicine with alcohol.
The label says not to mix this medicine with alcohol. What should I do if I miss a dose? What should I do if I miss a dose?
What should I do if I miss a dose?
What should I do if I miss a dose? Follow the label instructions if you miss a dose. Follow the label instructions if you miss a dose.
Follow the label instructions if you miss a dose.
Follow the label instructions if you miss a dose. I am having trouble breathing. I am having trouble breathing.
I am having trouble breathing.
I am having trouble breathing. Call emergency services right away. Call emergency services right away.
Call emergency services right away.
Call emergency services right away. Keep pressure on the cut until the bleeding stops. Keep pressure on the cut until the bleeding stops.
Keep pressure on the cut until the bleeding stops.
Keep pressure on the cut until the bleeding stops. Did you lose consciousness after the fall? Did you lose consciousness after the fall?
Did you lose consciousness after the fall?
Did you lose consciousness after the fall? The chest pain spreads to my left arm. The chest pain spreads to my left arm.
The chest pain spreads to my left arm.
The chest pain spreads to my left arm. We need to take you to the emergency room. We need to take you to the emergency room.
We need to take you to the emergency room.
We need to take you to the emergency room. Rest for the next 48 hours. Rest for the next 48 hours.
Rest for the next 48 hours.
Rest for the next 48 hours. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Drink plenty of water throughout the day.
Drink plenty of water throughout the day.
Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Avoid lifting anything heavy for 1 week. Avoid lifting anything heavy for 1 week.
Avoid lifting anything heavy for 1 week.
Avoid lifting anything heavy for 1 week. Change the bandage once a day. Change the bandage once a day.
Change the bandage once a day.
Change the bandage once a day. When should I come back for a follow-up? When should I come back for a follow-up?
When should I come back for a follow-up?
When should I come back for a follow-up? Schedule a follow-up visit in 2 weeks. Schedule a follow-up visit in 2 weeks.
Schedule a follow-up visit in 2 weeks.
Schedule a follow-up visit in 2 weeks. I need to check that my passport has not expired. I need to check that my passport has not expired.
I need to check that my passport has not expired.
I need to check that my passport has not expired. I will save a copy of my boarding pass on my phone. I will save a copy of my boarding pass on my phone.
I will save a copy of my boarding pass on my phone.
I will save a copy of my boarding pass on my phone. My suitcase weighs less than 20 kilos. My suitcase weighs less than 20 kilos.
My suitcase weighs less than 20 kilos.
My suitcase weighs less than 20 kilos. I have to remove this bottle from my carry-on bag. I have to remove this bottle from my carry-on bag.
I have to remove this bottle from my carry-on bag.
I have to remove this bottle from my carry-on bag. The taxi to the airport arrives in 10 minutes. The taxi to the airport arrives in 10 minutes.
The taxi to the airport arrives in 10 minutes.
The taxi to the airport arrives in 10 minutes. Which terminal does my flight leave from? Which terminal does my flight leave from?
Which terminal does my flight leave from?
Which terminal does my flight leave from? I would like to check in for the flight to Boston. I would like to check in for the flight to Boston.
I would like to check in for the flight to Boston.
I would like to check in for the flight to Boston. Is there a window seat available? Is there a window seat available?
Is there a window seat available?
Is there a window seat available? My baggage tag has the correct destination. My baggage tag has the correct destination.
My baggage tag has the correct destination.
My baggage tag has the correct destination. I am going to check one suitcase and carry a backpack with me. I am going to check one suitcase and carry a backpack with me.
I am going to check one suitcase and carry a backpack with me.
I am going to check one suitcase and carry a backpack with me. The security line starts next to those stairs. The security line starts next to those stairs.
The security line starts next to those stairs.
The security line starts next to those stairs. I need to take the laptop out of my backpack. I need to take the laptop out of my backpack.
I need to take the laptop out of my backpack.
I need to take the laptop out of my backpack. Put your belt and coins in this tray. Put your belt and coins in this tray.
Put your belt and coins in this tray.
Put your belt and coins in this tray. Where is passport control? Where is passport control?
Where is passport control?
Where is passport control? Here are my passport and travel confirmation. Here are my passport and travel confirmation.
Here are my passport and travel confirmation.
Here are my passport and travel confirmation. The board says that the flight is leaving on time. The board says that the flight is leaving on time.
The board says that the flight is leaving on time.
The board says that the flight is leaving on time. They have changed the gate from 12 to 27. They have changed the gate from 12 to 27.
They have changed the gate from 12 to 27.
They have changed the gate from 12 to 27. Boarding will begin 40 minutes before departure. Boarding will begin 40 minutes before departure.
Boarding will begin 40 minutes before departure.
Boarding will begin 40 minutes before departure. Our flight has been delayed because of bad weather. Our flight has been delayed because of bad weather.
Our flight has been delayed because of bad weather.
Our flight has been delayed because of bad weather. Can I charge my phone near the gate? Can I charge my phone near the gate?
Can I charge my phone near the gate?
Can I charge my phone near the gate? I will buy water after going through security. I will buy water after going through security.
I will buy water after going through security.
I will buy water after going through security. My boarding pass says I am in group 4. My boarding pass says I am in group 4.
My boarding pass says I am in group 4.
My boarding pass says I am in group 4. Show your passport before entering the plane. Show your passport before entering the plane.
Show your passport before entering the plane.
Show your passport before entering the plane. There is room for the backpack in the overhead bin. There is room for the backpack in the overhead bin.
There is room for the backpack in the overhead bin.
There is room for the backpack in the overhead bin. Keep your seatbelt fastened while the sign is on. Keep your seatbelt fastened while the sign is on.
Keep your seatbelt fastened while the sign is on.
Keep your seatbelt fastened while the sign is on. Could you bring me a blanket, please? Could you bring me a blanket, please?
Could you bring me a blanket, please?
Could you bring me a blanket, please? I ordered the vegetarian meal when I booked the flight. I ordered the vegetarian meal when I booked the flight.
I ordered the vegetarian meal when I booked the flight.
I ordered the vegetarian meal when I booked the flight. The turbulence will last about 10 minutes. The turbulence will last about 10 minutes.
The turbulence will last about 10 minutes.
The turbulence will last about 10 minutes. I have a 1-hour connection in Atlanta. I have a 1-hour connection in Atlanta.
I have a 1-hour connection in Atlanta.
I have a 1-hour connection in Atlanta. We will land on the left runway. We will land on the left runway.
We will land on the left runway.
We will land on the left runway. I am here on vacation and I will visit some friends. I am here on vacation and I will visit some friends.
I am here on vacation, and I will visit some friends.
I am here on vacation and I will visit some friends. I will stay in the country for 9 days. I will stay in the country for 9 days.
I will stay in the country for 9 days.
I will stay in the country for 9 days. Where can I collect my luggage? Where can I collect my luggage?
Where can I collect my luggage?
Where can I collect my luggage? My suitcase did not arrive on the baggage carousel. My suitcase did not arrive on the baggage carousel.
My suitcase did not arrive on the baggage carousel.
My suitcase did not arrive on the baggage carousel. I am not carrying any food or agricultural products. I am not carrying any food or agricultural products.
I am not carrying any food or agricultural products.
I am not carrying any food or agricultural products. I would like to exchange $100 for local currency. I would like to exchange $100 for local currency.
I would like to exchange $100 for local currency.
I would like to exchange $100 for local currency. The airport train runs every 15 minutes. The airport train runs every 15 minutes.
The airport train runs every 15 minutes.
The airport train runs every 15 minutes. Does this bus go downtown? Does this bus go downtown?
Does this bus go downtown?
Does this bus go downtown? I would like to buy a one-way ticket. I would like to buy a one-way ticket.
I would like to buy a one-way ticket.
I would like to buy a one-way ticket. Which stop should I get off at? Which stop should I get off at?
Which stop should I get off at?
Which stop should I get off at? The map shows a shorter route through the park. The map shows a shorter route through the park.
The map shows a shorter route through the park.
The map shows a shorter route through the park. Please take me to this address. Please take me to this address.
Please take me to this address.
Please take me to this address. Can I pay for the taxi by card? Can I pay for the taxi by card?
Can I pay for the taxi by card?
Can I pay for the taxi by card? I have a reservation under the name Elena Cruz. I have a reservation under the name Elena Cruz.
I have a reservation under the name Elena Cruz.
I have a reservation under the name Elena Cruz. Could you store my luggage until this afternoon? Could you store my luggage until this afternoon?
Could you store my luggage until this afternoon?
Could you store my luggage until this afternoon? My room key does not work. My room key does not work.
My room key does not work.
My room key does not work. What time do you serve breakfast? What time do you serve breakfast?
What time do you serve breakfast?
What time do you serve breakfast? What is the Wi-Fi password? What is the Wi-Fi password?
What is the Wi-Fi password?
What is the Wi-Fi password? Do you have a quieter room away from the elevator? Do you have a quieter room away from the elevator?
Do you have a quieter room away from the elevator?
Do you have a quieter room away from the elevator? I need a wake-up call at 5:30. I need a wake-up call at 5:30.
I need a wake-up call at 5:30.
I need a wake-up call at 5:30. We would like a table for two on the terrace. We would like a table for two on the terrace.
We would like a table for two on the terrace.
We would like a table for two on the terrace. I am allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain them? I am allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain them?
I am allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain them?
I am allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain them? Can we buy the museum tickets here? Can we buy the museum tickets here?
Can we buy the museum tickets here?
Can we buy the museum tickets here? The last train leaves the station at 11. The last train leaves the station at 11.
The last train leaves the station at 11.
The last train leaves the station at 11. I need a taxi for tomorrow at 6. I need a taxi for tomorrow at 6.
I need a taxi for tomorrow at 6.
I need a taxi for tomorrow at 6. We need to arrive at the airport 3 hours before our return flight. We need to arrive at the airport 3 hours before our return flight.
We need to arrive at the airport 3 hours before our return flight.
We need to arrive at the airport 3 hours before our return flight. Can we move the meeting to 10? Can we move the meeting to 10?
Can we move the meeting to 10?
Can we move the meeting to 10? I will send you the agenda this morning. I will send you the agenda this morning.
I will send you the agenda this morning.
I will send you the agenda this morning. Could you explain the second point? Could you explain the second point?
Could you explain the second point?
Could you explain the second point? Let me make sure I understood. Let me make sure I understood.
Let me make sure I understood.
Let me make sure I understood. We are on track to finish on Friday. We are on track to finish on Friday.
We are on track to finish on Friday.
We are on track to finish on Friday.